Is interracial dating something that you'd be interested in? Let's get into it. Okay, so I know that interracial dating is not for everybody. But let me just say this, because sometimes people just think that interracial dating is like a black and a white thing, right? But it's not. There are like so many people out there, of many different ethnicities and races and cultural backgrounds, or have to do with anything when it relates to black and white people. Let me just say this, because so many times, people are like, oh, I don't want to date da-da-da-da-da, right? Which is cool, but there's a whole bunch of other da-da-da-da-das out there that you could date. So let me say this. I think that interracial dating is a really good thing. And the reason why is because I think it opens you up to a lot of different people. And I think, the more open-minded you are when it comes to, dating and relationships and finding your person, the better off you are. Which means that we really don't live in a black and a white world. And when people say, oh, it's kind of gray, it's kind of gray, but there are a whole bunch of what I'd like to call shades of the rainbow, honey. And there are so many different people that you can date. And so let me just say this, because it's one of those things to where I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't big on it when I was younger, right? I did date some people that weren't, of my same cultural background when I was younger. Now lately I'm more into it, and I think it's just because I have a different mindset about who I'm looking for and what I'm looking for, and it's not so much about how they look on the outside, and it's more about how they look on the inside. So let me say something really quickly when it comes to interracial dating, and this is a strong belief that I have, me personally, okay, that it's okay if they don't know everything about you, honey. I'm a black person, right? But I'm a black person, but that doesn't mean that I know everything about black people. I'm a person from the South, I'm a person of a certain age, generation, and so I don't know everything about everything. And so just because someone doesn't know everything about your culture doesn't mean they're not a good match for you. Because I truly believe that we all should be open to learning new stuff no matter what. So, if they want to learn more about, who you are and all the stuff, and you want to learn about them, do that, right? It's okay. And if they have questions, honey, and if they want to go to YouTube and figure it all out, then, let them, be happy that they're interested in who you are, and be open in learning yourself, and be open to just sharing who you are. People don't have to always like drag stuff out of you. It's like, ooh, they don't understand me, honey. Like I have time to understand people myself, so I don't know what that really means. But what I do know is that, if we can keep an open mind, there are so many great people out there across the country, across the world, that we could actually date if we wanted to, or be in relationship with. So let me just say something, because I'm big on, learning and educating and all that stuff. And, I'm good with that. But let me tell you what I'm not good with. And that's when someone says, oh, I just want to experiment. They see us as like a fetish, right, honey? I'm not a fetish. So let me just say this, that if they've never dated someone of a certain cultural background, it's okay. As long as their intentions are good and they're not trying to come with this, I'm good with trying it out. Oh, I want to experiment. Experiment on what, honey? What are we talking about here? So, I'm not some science project that you need to experiment with, right? Or experiment on. So if someone comes correct and they really are, sincere, and they're really serious about like getting to know you for who you really are, then that's one thing. But if someone comes to you and starts talking about how they'd like to try something out or experiment or whatever that is, honey, run, please run. Run really far away, because that kind of mess, is not cool no matter what. And it doesn't matter if you're like a certain cultural background, if you're, queer or whatever you are. Anytime somebody comes to you talking about they want to experiment, unless we in a science class, honey, I think we should just like walk away from that very quickly. So let me recap, because I don't want to make this too long. I do believe that you know, it's cool to, and it's okay to educate people. It's okay for them to ask questions. You know, for us to ask other people questions about, you know, their upbringing, their cultural background, their ethnicity, their race, whatever that is, right? You know, and to me, that just shows, you know, I'm interested in you. That means that I want to get to know you more. But I want to just say this, and you know, everybody's different, so I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. I'm just making a recommendation. You know, is maybe try to be more open-minded in the future and give someone an opportunity before you just say no. Like, I tried that a long time ago and they didn't get me. Maybe a long time ago you were a different person, they were a different person, and maybe that's a different person altogether, so it doesn't really matter. You know, I just say, let's not just close the door so quickly on people just because they're not like us. So my 2 cents is this: there are a lot of great people out there, and they're from a lot of different, you know, cultural backgrounds, and they have a lot of different experiences and beliefs. And to me, that's what makes us who we are as a people, you know, as human beings, is that we come together, you know, in this collective way, in this unique and collective way, right, that makes us who we are. So I would say, if you haven't tried interracial dating lately or ever, try it. You know, you may be, you know, happy to find that there are many colors in the rainbow.